this is a silly video. Because basically we're going to do a race. Fastest mount ever. And if you want, you can join in and treat it like a tag. Now obviously when you're playing a video there's a timeline on the bottom which is showing the seconds ticking by and the minutes and the hours sometimes with me. Yeah. So I've got my moss, I've got my mount, it's already got a hook on it, that's because it's a used one, and I have an orchid that didn't end up getting potted with the rest, it got left over. I have some wire and I have some wire cutters, so that's the equipment. I'm not going to count getting ready, we're going to do a ready steady go and mount the orchid from start to finish. So it's a Cattleya, so I'd like some moss on the surface of those roots and a little bit spare for the roots to grow on into if they decide to grow. They're not very good, and not much more moss than that, because with a Cattleya it's going to grow better if it can attach to the mount effectively bare rooted. That's how it would naturally grow, but it would have some moss, I suspect. So that's what we're going to do. So basically, ready, steady, go. Would have been better to have found the end of the wire first, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Perhaps I should have cut the wire first. I've got stacks of this, so I've cut off far too much. But nonetheless, so that's that. And then the plant's going to go there. It's going to have some moss on it. Not a lot, just some. Sort of like that. Bundle it up together because it's so full of air. We won't worry about getting the grass out yet, we can do that later. Hold it in place like that. Put a piece of wire across with a bit going around the back and wind. Once around the bottom, tuck that bit of moss up so that we grab it. Yeah. And then I'm going to put one turn of the wire. No, I'm not, because I haven't got enough. That'll have to do. Is it firm? Yes, that's good enough. And then basically all I'm going to do is twist that like that. Push those pieces in to pull them tight. Cut that off. Job done. Stop. Yay, bit of fun. I'm in a silly mood because I'm incredibly tired, so if I don't do something slightly comical or slightly amusing, I'm just going to fall asleep on my feet. Anyway, that will make a nice little separate video for sometime next week. That's nice and firm, roots are in the moss, some are hanging out the end, and the roots can grow on into areas where there isn't any moss if they choose to do so. There we go. Short and sweet. See you next time.